Hello and welcome to BikiniBot. This is just a introductory tutorial to help you gain an understanding of how the Discord server works and how to understand the signals. So the first thing that you see when you enter the Discord will be this welcome channel. Once you've hit this point, the next thing to do would be to join the general chat, which is under this tab on the left, which you can find here, where this is generally where all the members just convolute and discuss Bitcoin, discuss trading, or just generally chat. And it's probably your first point of contact with myself and Speechless, who is my business partner and the other admin in the group. So if you ever have any questions regarding anything, but specifically obviously with signals and things like that, you can tag me. Apologies for the phone noise. You can tag me or you can tag Speechless. So you type in SpongeCoinBob, that's me. Type in Speechless, tag Speechless. Now the first thing that's worth doing after you've done this is to click on the How to Use tab, where you'll find instructional content and specific video instructionals. So for example, you click YouTube, there'll be various analysis or tutorials for the group. How to use long-term signals, that's basically the main strategy we use, which is the 4-hour. It tells you how to take profits, where to take profits, stop losses, all the recommended settings. But the first thing you should click on is instructional content, where this video will appear. You'll see this video once it's finished recording. It'll be uploaded here, and it's basically going to be the main video to watch. And you'll be recommended to watch that once you join. In general, either myself or Speechless will encourage you to watch this video. So the inner workings of the group, you've got the usual stuff that you'll find on Discord. You have announcements here where various updates to the business or to strategies will be posted. We have a suggestions area, which is where the customers, members like yourself will be able to give in their inputs and requests for either new algorithms, suggestions to improve various things across the board. They can ask for new coins to be added, etc., etc. We then have the monthly profitability figures, where we display our monthly profitability. We do this every month around between the 1st and the 5th of the month. You'll find a new post with the figures from the 4-hour strategy. We then do a yearly profitability figures, where obviously you can't see much here because we're only just coming up to the first year. But this section, we will post the profitability of each strategy for the last 12 months. This is for the main algorithms, the ones that maybe take less trades. So it's not worth reporting those figures per month, because you may find that on a monthly basis the data isn't that reliable, because it might have only made one trade or no trades. So a 12-month profitability is better. You then find the stocks profitability, which is for our stocks algorithm, which is under a separate subscription, but you may be signed up to it as well. So you can check here and look at the historical stocks profitability, and that's done monthly as well. Then you find the member ref links, which is obviously self-explanatory. Members post ref links to various different things. And you can use those for discounts and whatever it is. That's a member-only area that's basically controlled by the members. So that's nothing to do with us. We have no affiliation as such. We then have a reviews section where our members can post their honest reviews, and you can check there, if you want any reference on how other members have been doing and how they find things. Then we have a low caps discussion area, which is barely used. So that's that first tab, and then obviously onto the actual algorithmic signals. So this is our main bread and butter, if you like, strategy that most people tend to trade within the group, and it's called the advanced. And to begin with, we'll actually start with the top 8 daily trend, because this is an area that brings in a lot of confusion for new members. So this top 8 daily trend basically gives us a signal on the UTC daily close for the top 8 coins, or the BitMEX coins. This is not a trading signal. These are just for reference guide use only. So, for example, ADA Bitcoin here, daily trend is green, favoring longs. This doesn't mean long ADA Bitcoin. This just simply means that the actual daily trend is up. So we are in the mindset of favoring any long signals that come in. So if we get a long signal for the ADA Bitcoin pairing, then this is just more confluence to tell us that, okay, yeah, well, the daily trend is up, so I'm more likely to take that ADA long signal because the trend is good and my signal, has confluence with that. So that's just a reference guide. These are not trades. These are just to tell you that the trend is, either up or down. So then we move on to the advance. And in here, it starts to get more complicated, but actually, once you get to reading it, it's rather simple. So, for example, here, you'll have a signal, and these come in real time. So as soon as this signal occurs on the chart, it will come in here. So you'll get tagged at everyone, the advance, which is the strategy, ZRX Bitcoin, 4-hour, 50 MA bull touch, potential long entry. These are the most important words to look for, potential long entry or potential short entry. Anything that says potential long entry is a trade. That's an entry right there. You can enter that trade on ZRX, on the bull touch there, potential long entry. And all of these trades with the advance have a 5% stop loss, which is sometimes mentioned, sometimes it is not. But that's the recommended setting. You can of course set your own stop loss, but that's the recommended. So potential long entry, you'll then get signals telling you when to take profit, which is the next signal here, the advanced ZRX 4-hour take profit 1 hit. It's telling you to take 20% off your position. So if you had $1,000 in that trade, then you'd close $200 of that position there, and so on and so forth. It carries on up until the end of the trade, or until it's stopped out, etc. Let me try and find another signal here. So here you go, the XRP Bitcoin short take profit 2 hit. Take 40% off the position here. And when it says take 40% off the position here, it means take 40% off what is left in the position. So if you started with $1,000 and you've already taken 20% off at take profit 1, then you're left with $800. So you're told now to take 40% off position here. That means take 40% off your $800, and so on and so forth. So that's the advance. The advanced US dollar tether is the same strategy, it's just for US dollar tether. We just separated it here so that it's more organized and easier to understand and track for the customers. So it's the same as the advance. The next signals will be the actual sort of BitMEX algorithm. So these are for the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, things like that. So we have ACKHedge. This is a 2-hour strategy for Bitcoin. And this strategy probably makes a trade on average, between every 15 to 30 days. So it doesn't trade very often, but the idea of this strategy is that it catches a large trend and it takes profit throughout. So for example, let's find one. So here you have XBT US dollar 2-hour algorithm long take profit 1 hit. Oh, sorry, I'll start here. XBT US dollar 2-hour algorithm buy signal. So you'll get the buy signal, you'll be told the price, and you'll be told to use low leverage. This is because this ACKHedge strategy is designed for use with 1x leverage, and you can use your own stop. It's discretionary, but I personally use a very wide stop with this one because it's 1x. So all I'm doing is avoiding liquidation. And then obviously you'll get the usual take profit signals that you saw earlier with the advance, and it'll tell you when to move your stop loss as well. To move stop loss to 1%, that means 1% in profit, and take 20% profit now, and so on and so forth. And obviously it gives shorting signals as well. So this is for leverage trading, but you could also use it for spot trading if you wanted to just buy and sell Bitcoin. ACKHedge EOS is exactly the same. This is a relatively new addition, so the signals have there's also some test data in there, but it's the same as ACKHedge. In terms of how you interpret the signals. We then move on to XBT low time frame momentum, which is this, and it's the same. All of our signals are very much the same in terms of how they execute. So hey everyone, posted a short alert, short take profit 1 hit, close 30% of position here, move stop loss to 2% above entry. So everything is very self-explanatory. All you have to do is pick an algorithm to stick to, or maybe a couple. But I would personally recommend not trying to trade every single different algorithm in the business, because there's too many to trade every signal, and sometimes the signals will be against each other. ACKEDGE, for example, could be long, but the low time frame momentum algo could be short, because they trade different time frames and different strategies. So if you want to trade them, then obviously be aware of that. Be aware that strategies can have opposing signals. But one thing we do find is that when all the strategies are providing a level of confluence, if they're all in the same position, then the likelihood of that trade being a win is higher. ETH low time frame momentum is the same. So buy signal, and you can get more than one buy signal in a row. So you may get a buy signal that closes out, you may get another buy signal straight away. Same with sells, which is what happened just here. And then obviously short take profit 1 hits, close 30%, and it tells you the price. So it's all very self-explanatory. Scalp algorithm runs under the same situation. So, ETH US dollar posted a short alert, short take profit 1, short take profit 2, and there's short take profit 3, and it tells you to close the position there. So you'll be told what to do at every point of the trade. For example, short take profit 1, take 30% off and move stop loss to entry. So there's stop loss management in pretty much every algorithm except this ETH 1 hour algo. So this one, there is stop loss management, but it just tells you to move it 1% into profit. So basically every single one of the algorithms in the BitMEX algorithm signals section will tell you exactly what to do and when, including stop loss management and take profits, and it will tell you when to close out a trade. But it will not tell you if your stop loss is hit, because you should know that. And we didn't want to add that feature, because if we add stop loss signals in, then it just increases the number of signals, and people may have to do a lot of this and scrolling up trying to find their signal because there's some stop losses or whatever. So we want everything to be crisp and clean. If you stick to the stop losses that each algorithm tells you to have, or you can ask me or Speechless, what stop loss should I use, and we'll tell you for which strategy. That's not a problem. But if you stick to them, then you won't need the stop loss signals. So that's the only thing you won't get is stop loss hit, but you'll receive every trade, when to take profit, when to close the trade, and when to move your stop loss. And there's also an algo instructional content channel here, which has a little bit of reference material for each algorithm. If you are in the stocks subscription, or you have the stocks and crypto subscription, then you'll see this tab on the left, which is stocks. And it's the same. You have, stocks. So there's Google take profit 3, close 60%. Stocks, 2E, buy signal, etc., etc. There's 2E take profit 1 there. All of the algorithms, we had a desire to make everything simple and easy to understand. So everything in the Discord runs under the same template. So it's things like buy signal. There might be included a stop loss there, and then it will have take profit 1, 2, 3, 4, and sometimes take profit 5. The stocks have take profit 5, like here, Wayfair had a take profit 5. And it will always tell you how much profit to take, where to take it, the price, and it will tell you whether you need to move a stop loss up or down or not. And then it will tell you when to close the trade. The stocks algorithm does include sell signals. These sell signals are not short positions, they are just closing positions. So for example, ENPH here, it had a sell signal. This only means that you should close out your positions. If you have an active position there, then close it out. It doesn't mean short. The stocks algorithm only plays the long side for specific reasons, because it's more profitable that way. So sell signals, at your own discretion, you could take a short, but it's not what the strategy is telling you to do with stocks, at least. If you ever find a sell signal elsewhere in any of the other algorithms, it will tell you sell signal, potential short, etc., where to set your stop loss. Then we have the stocks chat, which is an area where stocks members can just talk, general kind of chit chat. And then we have stock suggestions, which is where we can be asked to add new things. That you saw TUI there, which was added in stocks. You saw that. We had a couple of signals. So customers can put their recommendations there. And there's no guarantee that everything will be added, because we will need to find pairings that have sufficient liquidity and work well with the strategy. We're not in the business of just adding lots of things so that there's lots of trades coming in. We want to find the best product to match up with the best pairing. So if someone puts in a suggestion for example, a penny stock, and this works for altcoins as well. If someone puts in a very low liquidity random KuCoin alt, and we find that it's so low liquidity that the volatility is too high, then we're going to find that a lot of the algorithms won't work with those pairings, because it's not a good market to trade. It's not going to be logical in terms of algorithms. So you may get a signal and then it pumps or dumps 40-50%. So we don't add coins that aren't efficient. We don't want to add a market that's not efficient. So you may get rejected on some of those, but other ones you may find, yep, we'll add that, no problem at all. So that pretty much concludes the Discord. We do have these 3 other sections, which is roadmap, where we have our 2019 to 2020 roadmap, and we cross things off as we go. So at the moment we have, I believe, 2 current things, three current things on the roadmap that we need to work on. But other than that, we're ploughing through, and we'll probably add new things as time goes on. And we have the website, which also has the roadmap, so you can find that link there. We then have a pricing page. This will be changed very soon because we're updating the website, but all pricing plans will be posted here regularly with updates. And then we have a ref links section, which is where we will post the BikiniBot ref links that we find relevant for you guys. So that may be, discounts or trading fee discounts, things like that. So that concludes it. Welcome to BikiniBot, and if you have any questions, my name is SpongeCoinBob. You can tag me anytime, and the same goes for Speechless, who you can find up here in Administrator.